Howdy everybody, Michael here. Welcome to the Season 1 finale. Hey, we made it. Pretty wild. So in a couple of days' time, as I record this, we are going to meet back up, Riley, Dan, Ben, and myself, to record our big talkback, Rassilon Confidential, the game of Rassilon. We're not calling it that. We're not going to call it that. But like our big behind the scenes, behind the screen, special. We want to get some more questions from everybody and hopefully answer them. So get in touch with us at Rassilon Pod on your favorite socials media or via the email. I think it's show@thegameofrassilon.com. Get in touch with us there. We would love to answer your questions all about Season 1. Don't ask us about Season 2. We only know like 60% of Season 2. We gotta play the thing. I don't know. We'll get there. First we gotta do this. So yeah, without further ado, here is the finale. Oh.
Previously on the Game of Rassilon.
I walk up to the console and I rub my hand in the exact same spot where I comforted my own TARDIS in my time. And I say, "Hey girl, I know that I'm not yours and you're not mine, but we kind of are. I got some friends out there right now who really need some help, and you can help me find them. Let's go find our family."
I turn to Millie and I say, "See, we would never leave you behind."
Millie's kind of gonna like slug her brother, hug Travis, and run over to the doctor, and we're doing a three-way hug whether you guys like it or not.
You feel this shake, this shudder throughout the TARDIS as it pushes through the membrane of reality out of the universe, as the TARDIS is pulling itself apart to take you home. The exterior of the TARDIS has now almost been entirely ripped away, revealing this kind of crude wireframe version of the TARDIS, and the Time Rotor makes one last scream as you materialize outside the Staycation Dome, outside your own TARDIS, and it lets out this gentle wheeze, like it's sighing, and then the lights on the console go out.
Travis, Millie, our friends inside that dome just did the one thing they never should have done. They made me angry. Alright, let's do this. Let's wrestle on this game.
Keep calm and wrestle on. So you guys, you are all presently standing inside of the TARDIS, the Doctor's TARDIS, with its weird 90s aesthetic. Gunther is very pleased to see you all and is currently rubbing up on your legs. Having been...
Scritches.
Scritching the cat. Gunther's been largely... not really present for much of the adventures this season, but Gunther is very happy to see you all. And you are inside the TARDIS, which is still, the lights are still flickering, the cloister bell is still ringing gently. Mm-hmm. What would you like to do?
Burn this place. I don't know. I kind of, like I said, they made me angry. I think that I'm, gonna start just marching towards the facility, the Staycation Dome.
Okay.
Because I kind of had that speech at the last. I said, they made me angry. And then I kind of started walking towards the dome.
All right.
I think we're following flank behind.
You bet. Perfect V formation.
All right. You guys are marching with determination towards the Staycation Dome. Mm-hmm. The first thing you notice is the billboard is currently inactive. There's nothing being displayed on the billboard, where once you had seen Amelia Earhart's delicate features.
My weird face.
Your weird face. Now there's nothing. The screen is not even powered on.
Okay. I go in the building.
Okay, you reach the door and the doors won't open for you. Whereas previously they were kind of automatic, slidey doors. Now they are not doing anything.
I try to squeeze them open.
Give me strength and athletics.
Okay. Okay, that's going to be a 7.
No.
Wait, sorry. Sorry, hang on. It's a 9.
No, but you can get your fingers in, and you're able to pull them apart a little bit, but not enough for you to be able to fit through the gap.
Okay.
I have 2 potential options for this. One, do I have a key card? Like, would I have a key card?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to try to boop the key card. Does it work?
You do that, it boops, and the booper flashes red.
Okay, cool. I'm going to take out my wrencheroo, and I'm going to hit this door. It seems to be working well for me.
All right, give me strength, and this is not going to be percussive maintenance. This is just you.
No, this is just me swinging at a door.
Trying to smash a door open. Yeah, this is going to be coordination and coordination and strength.
Deal.
Do that.
Starting off with a strong 8, 9 plus the one I get from the wrencheroo, and 14.
14. You are able to pull the door. You're not pulling the door at all, are you? I should really pay attention.
I'm smacking it.
Just pay attention to what the players are actually trying to do. It takes a couple of hits with a wrench. The first hit, there's some cracks. The second hit, the glass starts to crack more and buckle. With the third hit, there is a shatter of safety-proof glass as it lands in those little teeny tiny annoying crumblies that would be really uncomfortable to walk on. And then the safety glass, for it is the future, becomes even more safe and turns into water, and it's a puddle now because technology.
Yuck! Let's go.
All right, we walk through it, and then we head back towards where we will now be on the outside of the laser glass that we were transported out of before.
So I'm definitely keeping like a very watchful eye for like security or basically people coming to harm us.
Yeah. So right now where you are, you're in that main kind of lobby reception area, the area I had previously described as being part airport check-in, part hotel register. You can see the areas ABC for the tours. There's no staff present. There's no indication that anything is amiss other than the fact that the staff are not here. And there are security guards posted at all the doors that are now just kind of looking in your direction and kind of walking towards you. I'd say there's about 5 of them coming from different points, all kind of converging on you. And you already know that they're armed because you know that they fired weapons and killed a person before. So what do you do?
Murder them all.
Cool.
No.
The doctor goes on an indiscriminate killing spree.
I approach. I keep walking, and I don't let on that I'm afraid. I kind of just keep walking, like I'm not letting them stop me.
One of the security guards is very close to you now and has a hand out to kind of grab you by their intent is to grab you by the shoulder and stop you to control your body.
And I look at them and I go, "The day that I have had, you do not want to be the one to do that. I can guarantee it."
Okay, that's going to definitely be intimidation. So give me presence. And we're going to make this presence and convince, but I'm going to give you voice of authority as the bonus for this.
Nice. Okay. Okay, that's going to be a 19.
That does it. The guard just kind of takes a look at you and goes kind of wide-eyed and scared, and then takes a couple of steps back. And this actually ripples out towards the other security guards as they see him getting scared and intimidated, and they all just kind of stop in their tracks, and you guys just kind of walk on through past the security guards.
I kind of want to turn around to the security guards and be like, because they know who I am at this point, so it's just kind of a little right.
And also, we are kind of the boss here, so we really shouldn't be.
So where are you guys heading towards? Because there's the double doors that you guys went through when you went on the tour, and you kind of know that area. There's also a staff door behind the kind of check-in area. And there is a kind of a door off to the left that kind of leads to a waiting area, which would lead to the various transpose pad rooms.
We're going back to the pad room that we were in before, where they were doing nefarious things.
Okay. So that means you guys are going to head off to the left.
I want to split off.
Okay.
You want to split off?
Possibly 2.
I want to go check on the refugees.
That's what I was going to do.
Okay.
But you because you'd know better, so you'd take that.
Yeah.
Cool. Do you guys want to have an in-character conversation about this before you do the thing?
I think if they start looking at a door, I'll look at them and just go, do it.
I cap them, and I'll head off to the
I trust you. And if you think that's what you need to do, you need to do it.
Yep.
All right.
I'll give a little salute to the doctor and make my way to help the people I've been trying to help for the past few
And then
months.
I go, Travis, go with her.
Okay.
All right. We'll come back to you guys in just a moment with the refugees. But Doctor, you are heading towards the door leading to the waiting area. Again, right now it is empty. There are rows and rows of seats, and there are 5 doors that would lead to the different transpose pads.
Yeah, I'm going back to the exact same one we read earlier.
Transpose pad 2. You go to the door. It is locked.
Okay. I pick it, or I like bang on it.
You want to bang on the door?
Yeah.
Give me strength and athletics.
I'm not trying to knock it down. I'm like ferociously knocking on the door.
Just knocking on the door to see what happens?
Yeah.
Like, hello, is anyone in there?
No, let me in.
Okay. You bang on the door a few times and nothing happens.
Okay. I will try to break it open again with my lockpick.
Okay. Give me ingenuity and... What did we say last time with that?
Actually, you know what? I wouldn't go to that room. I would go... If it's locked, I think I would go back to the lab where we first met Dr. Hodgman.
Okay, so that's going to take you out into the reception area. You would walk past the reception towards the double doors.
I'm imagining the guards just see me go back and walk back and let her do what she's going to do.
They're all just kind of as you walk past, they all kind of take a step back. They're trying to give you a wide berth.
Yeah,
I imagine
their pay grid. Anyway.
Yeah, I imagine you're giving them glaring at them as you go past.
Pointing my eyes, pointing at them thing as I walk by.
And you walk through the double doors and you see the first room on the left is that R&D department, but the glass is now it's frosted over, not with ice, but an artificial kind of like a shutter situation.
Yeah, gotcha.
So you now can't see into the R&D department anymore.
Okay. This is where I'll pick the door. Pick the lock of the door.
All right, give me ingenuity and let's say science because it's an electronic door, and I don't know if that's what I did last time, but that was 2 episodes ago, and I cannot.
Well,
remember.
the last time I just used it was a regular door, so.
Okay, well, this is a science door. It's a space door. It's a future door.
Neat.
I'm fine with it.
Science door.
Cool. So that's going to be a 17.
17. Okay, you're able to open the door without any issues. The door slides open, and on the inside, you see this room's kind of a mess. A lot of equipment has been kind of pushed over, pulled over. It looks like there's been some kind of struggle in here.
Okay. I'm going to look around and see if I can kind of piece together what happened.
Okay. Let's put a pin in that. We'll come right back.
Sure.
Travis and Millie, you guys are heading to the shanty town.
Mm-hmm.
You guys want to head straight there, or do you want to have any kind of character conversation between the two of you while you head that way?
Are we going to expect any resistance, in terms of either security or the refugees? Are they going to...
I genuinely don't know, because at this point it seems that the place is overrun.
Yeah. Okay, is there any sort of security checkpoint or something that would be unmanned nearby?
No, this is the same hallway that you were on when you were on your tour, and there wasn't much in terms of security checkpoints.
Right.
You will on your way to the restricted area. Well, the restricted areas are actually across from the science room, so you're across from, this part that's happening now with you guys would happen before the doctor has doubled back and gone into the R&D area. Right. But you are, within a short walk of the the security room.
Okay.
You are right now within a short walk of the security room where you guys had seen the empty, the drawers in the medical room.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't expect anything, but then again, we don't really know what to expect, do we?
Yeah. All right. Let's just be careful.
Can do. All right, let's bust open those doors.
Okay. Right now, the doors are not reacting. The doors are locked down. So how do you want to do this?
I mean, as much as I know you're going to regret giving me this wrench if you haven't already. Actually, no. I'm going to try my key card first.
Okay. You try a key card. It does not work.
All right.
You get the red boop.
You know what? I'm going to take out my wrench and I'm going to hand it to Travis and say, would you like the honors?
Yeah, but I want to see I want to try something first. I want to put my hand up over where you put the key card and see if I have any remaining connection to the wire that I have some sort of control over electronics.
Oh, I don't hate that at all. Give me ingenuity and technology.
Are you a cyber boy now? Shall we talk about
that? 15.
Okay.
I'll lend 2 story points to that. That's dope.
If you both want to spend two points each for a total of 4.
Yeah.
Deal.
Okay. you feel something. Like there is still a kind of a residual amount of the wire's particular set of skills, what we call her Nisans, is still within you, and you are able, with some ease, to hack the terminal with your thoughts.
Oh my god, I have powers.
Every time you do this, you can feel that power diminish just a little bit. So the next time you do this check, you're going to get a -1, and then the next time it's going to be -2. And,
That's fine.
just as a heads up, this ability is for the remainder of this episode, and afterwards, it's gone forever.
We'll see about that.
Yeah. So make a note, because the next time you do a check like that, it's going to be a -1 to the check. But the door slides open with the... You're just now noticing it's actually the exact same sound that the holodeck doors in Star Trek The Next Generation make.
Travis is so distracted by the fact that he just did something with powers that he does not
He hacked
notice
a computer with his mind. Millie is making a note to ask you about that later.
And I very gingerly, like I'm handing you a pair of scissors, give you back your wrencheroo, be like, I believe this is yours.
All right.
We're going to have a conversation about what just happened there later, but in the meantime, hey-oh, we should look through that door. All right.
The doors open, revealing the shantytown more or less unharmed. The lights are dimmed,
Okay.
which either means it's, entering the evening phase and the lights are on a light rotation to keep people in here kind of acclimatized to the time zone, or there's been a reduction in power, but you are not 100% certain which it is.
Okay, can I look around the room to see if there's any guards, anybody who I would recognize as security?
There's no security here, but there are... I mean, you're familiar with the residents of this town. There are humans, humans, Silurians, Zygons, and they're all kind of... You're the first familiar face they've seen in a while.
Cool. I'm going to muster all that Millie has left to be like, okay, this is the only way they're going to respond, and I'm going to kind of like in front of the town go, hey everybody, it's me, Amelia Earhart. Come with me. I think I have a solution for all of us. And I'm going to start to funnel them out towards the TARDIS, because I figure the TARDIS has enough room to put all these people in there and potentially return them to their appropriated.
I do not hate that at all. I'm gonna have you roll presence and convince for this, to convince the denizens of the shantytown.
Fair.
Denizens of the shantytown, by the way, they're great live, but their albums suck.
That's fair. I have a trait that is distinctive, which is normally considered a minor bad throughout like this campaign, where it's like I can't go anywhere without necessarily people recognizing me.
Here I'm going to say it's a positive.
Thank you. Could I maybe add that as a +1?
+2.
Hey! All right. You can trust me. I'm Amelia Earhart. And with that, presence and convince, and then that extra +2 is going to start me at a 12. 18.
All right. They immediately, like, some of them grab what little possessions they have. Some people, when they came through the membrane, they had certain, personal items, and they're grabbing those, but they are now starting to funnel out, and there are dozens and dozens of people all kind of following your lead, following you out. And cool. I'm gonna say that as you are heading out, the door to the R&D department is open, and you can see as you pass, you see the doctor kind of investigating the room.
All right.
What do you guys want to do in this particular instance before I hop back over to the doctor?
If you're leading people to the TARDIS, I'm going to kind of stick around and like help those who are still kind of like collecting themselves, and like this way, people, the sooner the better. I'm waving for the listeners because I realized I was waving my arms.
I'm the front of the line. You're heading
I'm here in cosplay,
rear.
so don't feel too bad about the listener. Seeing you.
But yeah, so I'm heading up the front. You're heading up the rear.
Yeah.
Perfect. All right.
It's the role he was born to play. It's
a series wrap on trap. Wait, what?
Hold on. Press a lever, press a button hidden under my side of the table, and Dan's chair just drops into a hole.
Into the lava with Dan. No, we need him.
We need him? Is this his contract?
Hi, I'm New Dan.
Dan 2 has arrived.
Dan regenerates into actually just the exact same body.
Can I have hair this time?
Hang on.
Still not ginger.
Give me a second.
We might be. We just never saw.
No, I'm afraid no hair. I just rolled and do not get hair. I'm sorry.
Can I spend a story point?
No. Inside the R&D,
How many story points do you have?
Oh, Dan has no story points.
The doctor inside the R&D department doing an investigate.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing an investigate. It's very good.
Yeah.
You're very investigative.
Yeah.
Walk me through the process. What is your?
Well,
what is
I
your
have
process?
on a seersucker hat, whatever called.
A seersucker.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
Seersucker, deerstalker.
Deerstalker hat. Then I have I've got a wounded war veteran who's giving me advice and possibly shipping with me. No.
He's shipping himself with you.
Yeah, of course.
That's
he
just
is.
a crush.
I'm gorgeous. Yeah. So yeah, I think I'm like doing like that kind of like mind palace to make that reference. I'm making a mind palacey thing where I'm basically like looking at the clutter, the like nature of like the mess in the room, and like trying to like reconstruct where things fell and why they fell, and like trying to like piece together what happened here.
I love that. I'm going to have you give me, God, I love this so much. Ingenuity and I'm going to call it knowledge.
Okay. Okay. That's going to be, so that was a 12 plus 9, so that's going to take me up to 21.
All right. Fantastic. You kind of look around the room and you build this virtual reconstruction of the room in your head, and you can see kind of in reverse these two figures in your mind kind of scuffling, and you can kind of see, and it's all happening in reverse based on what you can see now. Mm-hmm. So you see papers like flying back up, computers and electronics kind of tumbling upwards back into the positions they were, and you kind of estimate that both figures must be approximately about the same height, both maybe about about 5'2", maybe, both similar stature, and the more you run it through in your head, the more you realize that these people must have a near identical build.
Okay. And
based on what you know, your best guess is that it is two Dr. Hodgmans engaged in a struggle.
Okay. So I head back out and I try to like see if I can find like any sort of like trail, like wherever one. Also, I look around to see if like one of the victim, like the one who didn't win the fight, is in the room with me still.
Okay. No one else is in this room with you right now. So you step out of the room. As you step out of the room, the tail end of the group of refugees that are heading to the TARDIS is just leaving. So there's Travis with you right now. So you guys have a moment, if you like, to kind of confab and confer.
Doctor, do you need me here, or should I help with Millie?
Whatever you want to do. It's your choice. I trust you.
Okay, just keep following the line, and Millie's gonna get you to safety, and I'm gonna stick around with you.
Okay. I am gonna pull out the psychic paper as I'm walking, and I'm gonna try sending a message to Roman again that just says, "Where are you?"
Okay. We already did a check for that before, right? I'm not gonna have you do that check again.
Yeah, so just send the
message. Go for it. You do feel something, though, as you begin walking. You have the feel of the turn of the universe trait.
Yeah.
You can feel something is wrong.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks for that information.
You're welcome. Something is wrong.
Oh.
Rolling credits. You feel it's like
you cracked it.
To quote Taco. Good move, Angela Lansbury. Nothing gets past you.
To that point, you don't know what it is. No.
Yeah.
You feel it's like there is something pushing at that thin membrane of reality.
Okay.
But you feel it all around you. And then suddenly there is this almighty tear, like someone has ripped fabric. And there's now this kind of white kind of gap in reality. And two figures fall through.
Okay. And right in front of me?
Right in front of you. One of them is a version of Russell Turner, not wearing the same clothes as you saw him before, and the other is another scientist of sorts, about the same height as Joan Hodgman, but it is a man with kind of thinning hair, similar glasses, and a very impressive beard and mustache combo.
Okay.
And they stand up and they look ahead of you. And the Russell Turner looks at you and says, "Where the hell are we?"
Are you from here? Did you get back? Or
I genuinely do not know how to answer that question.
That's a good point. We are in the Staycation Dome on Colony 47. I'm the Doctor.
You're the Doctor.
I'm the Doctor.
You're the Doctor?
I'm the Doctor.
You... The Doctor.
Yeah, that one.
That one.
The one you've met before. If you're the Russell Turner that I know, you've met me before.
I've met someone who called themselves the Doctor. They didn't look like you. Very different set of... What is going on here? And the man stands up, the other man with the glasses and the lab coat, and he looks at you and he says, "Oh, is this cross-dimensional transference? I guess we've traveled over from another universe."
Yes, we're in a place. There's the membrane of reality is thin and malleable here, and people are popping in and out all over the place. And the Russell Turner of this world has actually created a company that helps people go across it and back for vacations and trips, which is a bad idea. I don't agree with it, but we're trying to figure out what to do to fix it now.
That's what we've been researching. We've been trying to find a way to crack the speed of reality. We haven't had much success.
Well, congratulations, you've done it.
Well, I don't think we did. We were at a Denny's and we were having lunch and we were discussing how this whole project was not working out the way that we wanted, and we were thinking of terminating the project, and then we paid the check, and then as we were getting ready to leave.
Oh, so you got to eat, so no one interrupted your moons over my hammy.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I was very worried for a second there.
Yeah, we had it was a good meal for a good price, and I heartily recommend it.
Although in this universe, it's moons over Ham Diego. Unfortunately, different world.
Hey, Michael, I would joke about a lot of things, but I will not joke about the moons over my hammy.
Oh God, I made the Doctor angry.
You've seen the Doctor angry.
Oh God.
Again, both of you, I like you a lot, and we have a lot of fun here. If you're gonna come at me, you best not miss.
Oh my God.
And that's a wrap on Ben and Michael.
Riley, this is your Back to the Future remake moment.
We found it.
And I'm like, all right, so listen, we don't have time. Whatever technology is being done to do this, it's causing problems, and people are getting hurt, and we can't have that. But right now, there are somebody else who is here who is murderous and mean and angry, and we need to stop them.
At that moment, the ceiling above you, a body comes falling and hits the ground, and it is the body of Dr. Joan Hodgman. And the man looks. The man who is with Dr. Russell Turner looks at this body and goes, "Dear Lord, that looks remarkably like my sister."
So you're Dr. John Hodgman?
Yes, I'm Dr. John Hodgman. Thank
Okay.
you. Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait till you crack Jessie. Oh, she just did.
All right.
So should be pointing out this Dr. Joan Hodgman who fell from the ceiling is not wearing a lab coat.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, she looks like she's wearing kind of like a supermarket or department store greeter's outfit, like the kind of the blue vest and like pants and slip-on shoes. This does not look like a scientist, but it definitely looks like Joan Hodgman.
Okay. So is Jesse supposed to be Justin? So is it Mac?
No, it's Jesse Thorne.
Oh, I was thinking of a Mac and PC thing. No.
Oh no, it's Jesse Thorne.
Man, that would have been good though, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also really wanted to chuck a joke when they got transposed where Jesse goes, "Bullseye!" But we didn't have time.
Well, because I made that Jesse from Team Rocket joke in my head. That's 100% who I was picturing was Jesse from Team Rocket thing. So I wasn't even like thinking of her as someone who needed to be like
full chaotic buy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
this alternate Russell Turner looks at you and goes, "Okay, I need to know exactly what the hell is going on. How did we get here, and how can we stop what is happening from happening?"
Okay, so best that I can explain it is that somebody else from yet another alternate universe came through, replaced members of the staff here, and are now attempting their own sorts of invasion.
That sounds like some sci-fi nonsense.
Yeah, welcome to our
You're
lives.
literally trying to create an alternate universe transportation space vacation thing, so let's not get split hairs, okay?
Yeah, but we're using science.
This is all science too. It's science that, science this.
Sorry, I've forgotten the scientific principles of science that, science this. Thank you for reminding
You came
me
through
of
a
those.
rip in the time continuum. I think talking about what is or isn't science is wasting time.
Look, I'm the only person in here who, like, probably is the dumbest person on this planet because I'm from the past. Does anyone know how to close these holes?
That's a great question, and we'll come back to it. Actually, there's a great question, but it is answered for you by the sound of another rip from behind you,
Oh, for crying out loud.
and something begins to emerge. But you won't find out what it is yet. This is kind of a mini cliffhanger, because we're going to jump over to Millie, as she's loading people into the TARDIS. The cloister bell is still gently ringing, the lights are still flickering, but as you enter the TARDIS now, the lights are getting more severe, the flickering is getting stronger.
Okay.
A lot of the registers on the TARDIS console are starting to flash in mauve and red and kind of emergency colors.
Is Roman's ring still on the console?
No, it's the other console. Doctor,
No, I brought it with me to
Yeah.
the new TARDIS.
Okay, what did
I
you do
wasn't
with
sure
it?
if it got placed there along with the other piece of the TARDIS.
I thought I took it, but maybe I didn't. So
I think you said you took it.
I think I did take it. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. If what's better in this moment, for you to keep hold of the ring or for Millie to have it? Because if you want to spend a couple of story points or a story, I'll make it a story point. No, I should make it two story points. You can have the ring there, but that does mean that the Doctor loses the ring.
No, I think I will instead, I'm gonna go to the TARDIS console as people are kind of like running by, and I'm gonna try to figure out, I know that this is the Doctor's machine, I am merely something within it, but from what I witnessed, because remember I made a note when, Roman and I went on our Roman holiday,
Yes.
but I made a note about how I watched very intently how he drove his TARDIS.
Yes.
So I want to, with my knowledge from what I saw from there, from the way that I, over a season of watching the Doctor use the TARDIS, with the knowledge that I have acquired with how my Game Boy kind of sort of works, and with the knowledge of just with the technology that I've learned even just in the past 5 months, I want to place my Game Boy on the console and see if I can ask the TARDIS to hold on a little bit longer so that we can get everybody inside and get them safe.
Okay. Yeah. I'm not even going to have you do a roll for that. That's brilliant.
Okay.
You do that. You place the Game Boy on the console. There's that section of the console that is the psychic interface.
Yeah.
You can place the Game Boy kind of on/in that.
Cool.
And you with your hands touched to the Game Boy into the psychic interface on the console, you say,
Oh. Just hold on a little bit longer. I know it's a lot. I know it's not. The Doctor's not here, but she will be back soon, and she'd want to help these people.
you hear a kind of staccato engine noise from inside the TARDIS that sounds it's like a discomfort, it's like a pain.
Yeah. I mean, in all honesty, what she would do in this moment is probably be really frustrated, and without the Rencheroo, I think that she would just have a moment of it's what the Doctor would want, and she's going to slam on the console with both of her hands, and I want to roll with my percussive maintenance to see if I can get something to happen.
Absolutely, you can do that.
Okay.
This is going to be a weird roll. Give me strength, transport, and convince.
Okay,
Give me all three of those.
deal. 21.
21. There is a moment after you hit the console where all of the lights light up for a moment. Like the console room, you've never seen it this lit up before. And then all of the lights gradually fade back down again to they're at the level where they were flickering before. And you hear a sound from the TARDIS console, which is the closest you've ever heard to a machine agreeing with you. And there are no words, but the sound that the TARDIS makes is basically, as far as you can interpret, I'll do my best.
don't worry, you're not in it alone. And I want to sit down and I want to work on the mechanics to help keep the TARDIS expanding for everyone and keep it alive as long as humanly possible.
Okay. How do we want to do that? Do you want to? I mean, do you want her kind of under the console, like with wires?
Just fiddling. If I see something sparking, I'm going to solder it. If I see something that looks like it has too much pressure on it, I'm going to let a little bit of liquid, gas, whatever out. I'm going to use all of my basic knowledge as someone who knows flying machines to, with all the stuff that I've learned, basically try to band-aid wherever I can to help keep the TARDIS from experiencing too much pain.
All right, Millie the mechanic working on the TARDIS, trying to keep her afloat while she's in a patch of space time that is unkind to
No
her.
bueno, you bet.
I dig it. All right, so let's head back to the staycation dome. Travis, Doctor, John Hodgman, and Russell Turner. You see this shape emerging from this other rip in space and time, and it is another Joan Hodgman, but this one is human is maybe not the right word. Certainly, it appears human. They appear human, but she's wearing ragged clothes that are torn. Part of one of the sleeves is missing from her lab coat, and she's holding a sharp piece of glass like a knife that is digging into her own hands. And the best way to describe her is rabid and feral. She is feral, and she is ready to do harm, ready to kill. What do you do?
I think I step in front of the doctor.
Okay.
And I turn back and say, Doctor, we got to figure out a way to close these. And I kind of turn my attention back towards Feral Joan.
Feral Joan Hodgman. Doctor, what would you like to do?
I grab Travis by the back of his collar, and I start to move the other direction, and I go, no one has to get hurt today. And then I go, so I'm moving away from Feral Dr. Joan Hodgman, and I look at Dr. John Hodgman, and I say to him, I go, okay, fine. In your world, where do you keep the things that control the equipment? The master control.
I mean, we don't have that yet. We have like a loose schematic. If it's going to be anywhere, there's the sub basement, maybe.
Fine. And then where would that be?
Downstairs. There are stairs. It goes down.
Right. Where are the stairs? Why are you picking at this? Let's just go.
I've not been here before. This is my first time in an interdimensional holiday camp.
Fine. And so I look around for the stairs. I try to remember from when I was on the tour if I saw where the stairs might have been.
There is a flight of stairs around the corner, actually across from where the security office was.
Okay. I head to those stairs.
Okay.
And I'm trying to outrun Feral Joan Hodgman.
And I'm still kind of like keeping myself as the meat shield.
All right. I think we're going to do a chase, which means I'm going to need everyone to do speed checks. This is going to be, we're going to do coordination and athletics.
Okay.
I can't remember how we're doing chases, but I'm in the moment. Let's do this.
Can I add quick reflexes?
You can add quick reflexes.
Can I add brave?
Yes, you can add brave. Russell Turner.
Well, I had to roll twice for my clumsy, and my second one was a snake eyes.
Oh, no. Oh, that's bad.
So I get an 8 on mine.
Doctor, what did you get?
12.
Oh, this is bad for everyone.
Feral Jones eating some Turner tonight.
Feral Joan actually rolled the highest, and Travis rolled the lowest. She gains ground on you and is within grabbing distance. We are going to do a contest. I'm going to have her do coordination and fighting, and strength and fighting, and I need you to counter with coordination and athletics to avoid.
I would like to counter with something else, but please make your roll first, and then I want to tell you what I want to do.
I think you're going to tell me what you're going to do.
No, because I will still do it regardless of what it is. I'm doing it to heighten the drama.
All right. 13, 15.
Okay. I want to try to tap into the wire powers again and just short circuit all the electricity in some sort of like electrical storm of attack, or
Okay.
at least to defend everyone.
Okay, let's call that coordination and marksman. Oh no, maybe not marksman. Maybe technology. Maybe coordination and technology.
Okay.
Coordination and technology.
Okay.
With a -1 because this is your second use of the wires.
Okay. Can I brave and or reliable? on this?
Absolutely, you can add brave. You're not going to add reliable because you're not on your own.
Okay.
But you can add brave.
So 6, 7, 8. So it's gonna be a 7 to begin with. 13, but I am willing to bump that up with story points.
How many story points do you have left?
8.
Can you give me 2?
Absolutely.
All right. That is a success.
Yeah. So, do you want to describe this, or should I give the description on this one?
It's you do paint me a word picture.
Okay. So, Travis kind of stumbles over his own feet a little bit, so he's the back of the pack as Feral Joan approaches, and he knows that he's the last one, and he turns to the doctor and says, "Go, do whatever you have to." And he turns back and sees Feral Joan running at him with the knife, and he closes his eyes and focuses his energy inwards, and he starts to feel just like crackles throughout like the hair on like the back of his hand stand up, and slowly but surely, the lights start blowing out, and computer terminals in the hallway start to fizzle and crackle, and he opens his eyes and he looks Feral Joan right in the eyes and goes, "Travis uses thunder. It's super effective," and is blasted and blasts the electricity at her.
Yes!
Rules.
That is fantastic. That is fantastic. With a wave of electricity, you short out all the lights in the hallway, but in the brief flash of electricity, you can see Feral Joan pushed all the way back. She slams into the wall behind her and slumps down to the ground unconscious. But as that happens, you start to see more tears open. There are 2 more tears opening between you and Feral Joan, and you can start to see these vague shapes start to emerge.
I hightail it back to the doctor.
All right. To the steps and down and beyond?
Yeah.
Okay. You head down the steps to the sub-basement area. And as you move, you are starting to see the same rips and tears kind of crackling through the wall of the stairwell. It's reminiscent, but not identical to the cracks in the skin of the universe. Some of them are part of the wall. Some of them seem to intersect through the wall.
Okay.
Some of them are detached from anything. But it's very clear that whatever instability in time and space is affecting this region is becoming more unstable.
Okay. I just leave. It's fine.
All right.
No, I go running down those steps. I'm trying to find the control area. I'm trying to find where the invading Dr. Hodgman and Jesse are.
Okay. You get down there, and sub-basement is kind of a nest of rooms. There are boilers. There's a laundry room for uniforms and whatnot down here. And you hear coming from one of the far rooms where there's a red light on the ceiling. Outside of the door, you hear raised voices and some scuffling coming.
I go charging into that room.
Okay. Millie, what's up in the TARDIS?
How am I doing?
Yeah, you're doing all right.
Yeah. Does it seem to be more under control now? Like I could leave
Yes,
the refugees?
the lights are flickering, but it's not as severe as it was. There hasn't been as much in the way of like sparks.
It's
happening.
not groaning. It
It's-
seems to be doing a little bit better.
There's some stability in the TARDIS right now.
Okay, cool. Then in that case, I'm gonna kind of, pat her on the side and say, I'll be back. I'll be back with the doctor.
Okay.
And I'm gonna dash back.
You're gonna dash back. Okay, so as you leave the TARDIS and head towards the staycation dome, you can see those same tears that I've been describing to everyone else, those kind of white rips like torn fabric or teared paper starting to crackle above and around the staycation dome. But it's not just happening around, it's centered around the staycation dome, but you're starting to see them out in the streets and above buildings and against walls and in the sky, and the humans of Colony 47 are starting to panic. This is unlike anything they've seen, and there's screaming and running as these tears in the fabric of reality begin to open, and vague shapes start to emerge and fall out. some of them look familiar to you. There are Joan Hodgmans, and there are various Jessies, and there are some Russell Turners. There are some Keith, the security guards, and they all seem to be in various states of like confusion and anger, and some of them are starting to like lash out and attack people, and some of them are kind of, where tears are intersecting, they're kind of falling and kind of landing with a wet plop against the cement as their bodies are kind of fused Akira style together
Gross,
in something
dude.
that is looking not super great.
Cronenberg.
It's a little Cronenbergy, yeah.
Gross.
Yeah, this
okay.
is the Cronenberg district.
Oh, nice. The Cronenberg district. You know, a classic district in every city. I mean, I'm gonna keep making my way back towards the doctor because I know that me and my wrench can't fight them all.
Alright.
So I'm gonna make my way back in.
Cool. You head in, I guess, are you aiming to head,
To where I last saw the doctor.
which would be R&D?
Yes.
So you head that way. You head through that corridor, all of the lights are out, and you can see at the end of the hallway where it arcs around, you can see the unconscious Joan Hodgman, who looks like some of the other Joan Hodgmans you saw outside, kind of feral and gnarled, but unconscious and slumped on the ground with blood on her hand where she's been holding that shard of glass as a knife.
All right. I'm going to. I assume that the next place that the doctor probably would have gone is the transport room. No. I'm gonna look around and see what I can find to find the doctor.
All right.
Hey.
All right, we'll come back to that in just a moment.
Deal.
But yes, you hear scuffling and raised voices coming from that room with the red light outside.
Yeah, go charging into it.
All right, you open the door and you see 3 Dr. Joan Hodgmans and 2 Jessies currently engaged in a physical altercation. They are tackling each other, and there are definitely some punches. There's a Jessie lying unconscious on the floor, bruised and beaten, as they're currently engaged in just this tense fight. All of them wearing lab coats. One of them wearing a black lab coat, because if you're going to be evil, why not go all the way? And one of them wearing a nifty little green bow tie.
Okay.
And they're fighting and shouting at each other.
Okay. Does it seem like 2 of them, are they all fighting each other, or are 2 of them teaming up on the other one?
It's definitely an all-v-all, like 1v1v1 melee.
Alright.
Or maybe more.
So
The 3 Hodgmans certainly are fighting, and one of the Jessies is with one of the Hodgmans.
Mm-hmm.
But in the way this fight is taking place right now, it's kind of difficult to determine who's
Okay.
attacking who.
Alright, I walk in and I just go, alright, listen up now, you lot.
They kind of stop and look at you because you have voice of authority, and they're like,
Yeah.
what the hell is this?
Now, I don't know which one of you were the one that sent me and my friends away, but first of all, very angry with you for that. So let's just get that out of the way. Second, whatever you're doing right now needs to stop. I don't care what you're fighting about. There are people up there, and they are getting hurt, and this whole universe and every universe it's touching is in danger, and it needs to stop now. Because I am not standing for this. Not today. Not now. Not ever. Let's do something about it now.
Give me, with your voice of authority, give me presence and convince.
Okay. It's going to be a 17.
Okay. 2 of the Joan Hodgmans kind of stop and stare at you for a moment. The 3rd looks at you and then looks at them, and then in one swift move kind of elbows them both in the face, and they go down unconscious.
Yeah, that's not going to be a thing you're going to be happy you did.
And kind of leans in towards you and says, "You should have stayed dead, Doctor."
Yeah, funny thing about that, lots of people try, never really takes. So, good on you for trying, but should have known ahead of time. And then I go, by the way, my friend here has magic powers, so you might want to not mess with it too.
Yeah, I do.
Which you helped happen, so good for you for that.
How are you alive?
Because I'm the doctor.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you're about to find out. And I run up and I just like shove her out of the way and start and start looking at the equipment and seeing what I can do, what I can figure out.
We're gonna do the shove first. Give me strength, and I'm definitely gonna say this is fighting. Strength and fighting.
Okay. 14.
Okay, yeah, that's a success. You knock Joan Hodgman, the Joan Hodgman who sent you to Gallifrey, to the parallel Gallifrey, down to the ground. She's pushed down, knocked over, and behind her is the control console, the power source for the entire Staycation Dome.
Okay.
And right now, every light or every display on this thing, every analog needle showing power levels is currently in the red. The needles are bending.
Okay.
By the amount of power that's on this. And you can hear now, you start to hear more of those feral noises coming from the hallway as more, feral parallel versions of, Hodgmans and Turners and Keiths and Jessies and various other Staycation employees of varying parallel variations, are starting to manifest in the hallway.
Okay. I run to the machine and I because we canonically determine that I still have the ring, I am going to put the ring on the station, and I'm going to use my, I only have 2, so my 2 sonic trigger points, if I can use them, I want to direct this, overflowing of energy that's happening into this ring. I'm basically directing the stuff out of this machine, so it stops overloading and stops, having, too much, this power surge that's happening. I'm it's basically relieving the tension. I'm basically reducing the tension on these machines, these cables and stuff like that using the ring.
Okay, give me ingenuity and technology and throw vortex in there for good measure.
Okay. That's gonna make that a flat 20.
20 is good.
Ooh, a gentleman's 20.
A gentleman's 20. Yes. 20 of...
It's a lady's 20.
It's a lady's
That's
20. Fair. So you roll that 20... And the doctor looks at her dice and goes, "Oh, it's not bad." And you can almost see this really shouldn't be how it works, but this is how animators for visual effects departments work. You can see the crackle of electricity on the surface of the equipment as it ripples and crackles into the ring. And you watch as the levels on the needles start to slowly bend back and go downwards and back out of the red into the white, down into the green, and then they level out, and then suddenly you hear the hum of this machinery. The hum has been kind of loud and at times a little overwhelming, die down and eventually settle into nothing.
Okay. It turns off completely?
It has powered down, but there is still the cacophony of feral individuals on the outside.
I wasn't trying to turn the machine off, but let's see how it happens now.
And then the door bursts open, and there is Millie. She looks wrong, and she screams, and she leaps at you. Because this is a parallel universe feral Millie.
Yes.
I'm going to ask you to do the roll because you have your character sheet in front of you, and I do not.
Deal.
Could you please, Millie, give me a strength and fighting roll?
Okay.
And then, Doctor, how do you want to counter that?
Even though I know it's not my Millie, I wouldn't want to hurt her, so I think I would try to, dodge out of the way of her.
Okay.
May I make a pitch?
Yeah.
Once per adventure, I can use my devotion when directly protecting the well-being of someone for a free story point.
That's your character choice, so you choose to do it.
I think because you are focused on the power supply in the ring and this wrong Millie, I think instinctively Travis jumps in between.
Okay. So Millie, give me that strength and fighting roll. I'm going to have Travis give me coordination and athletics. I'm going to give you a +2 for your devotion, and you can also spend that extra that free story point as well to buff yourself up a success level. What did feral Millie roll?
With a "you can trust me, I'm Amelia Earhart," she rolls a 16 and takes a swing.
Oh, good grief.
Yeah.
Although what she probably wakes up is...
I like that version better. Unfortunately, I feel like that personal hell is going to live with her in multiple dimensions now.
Okay.
Trust me, I'm Amelia.
I'm Amelia Earhart. Anyway.
Travis has a 10.
Oh no! Oh no! That's a bad. Even with the story point, that knocks you up to a no but.
Then I will take the no butt.
The no but. You are going to take another hit to your strength.
Okay.
But you do prevent her from hitting the doctor.
I mean, that was basically my intention. So yeah.
I'm also going to make a sacrifice here for story, because I don't want to have that ring continue to be a Deus Ex Machina as we move forward. I think that it absorbs so much energy, and this energy is such an energy of like alternate reality and stuff like that. It is now so dense that it can't be picked up anymore.
I agree with that. That's great.
Nice.
In fact, I'm going to do you one better. You hear this low level whine start, and you are able to identify the source of this sound. It's coming from the ring. And it sounds like it's building up to something. It's absorbed a lot of energy.
Yeah.
This is not going to be good.
Okay.
Millie, real world, our Millie. You've searched the staycation dome. You have not found the Doctor and Travis, but you have encountered a lot of alternate various Hodgmans and Turners and Keiths, and you've seen a few of yourself, and I'm sure that's pretty jarring for Millie. And you see the stairwell leading down to the sub-basement.
I'm gonna go for it, though.
You go down, and you see
Death. What?
you see the door to that the room that you know is where the power source for the transposition pads is.
Okay.
But you also see about 7 or 8 feral staycation employees, some of whom are now starting to kind of fuse and melt together as they scream and howl, and some of them are fighting amongst themselves. What do you do?
I wait for them all to kill each other, and I walk right in. No, that's not true.
It works in Doom.
That's not a great point of reference. But okay.
Yeah, you're right. You know what? Amelia Earhart's probably not played a tremendous amount of Doom.
Yes.
She's been pretty bored the last 5 months.
You know what? Touche. I did
She
watch.
was more of a Quake 3 Arena person.
She's watched all the Star Warses.
She's a Dragon Age Inquisition person. I think we all know this. Anyway. Honestly, I think that she's gonna try to fight her way through, because no one else is down there, and if this is what needs to be done, then this is what needs to be done.
All right, give me strength and fighting. And what are you fighting with?
My Wrencheroo.
All right,
Good
you just have
lord.
a +1 for the Wrencheroo.
I get a +1 for the Wrencheroo. I'm also looking through all of my stuff to see if there's anything else.
Do you have Brave?
Yes.
Give yourself a +2 for Brave.
Okay, +2 for Brave. Wrencheroo. Okay, so 2. 18.
18. 18 is good. You start to swing your way through the feral staycation employees, just as... What are the Doctor and Travis doing in this moment?
Travis is hurt. And in just the moment of trying to fend off this feral Millie, he looks up and says, I could really use a doctor right now.
I will say that, not to step on you, I will say, the moment you knocked feral Millie to the ground, you did knock her unconscious, the way that her head hit the concrete.
All right.
Brain bounce.
I'm
Yeah.
still not doing well.
Yeah.
I'm down to 1 strength point.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I go, Travis, this is a weird question. Do you have any more of that juice in you?
One way to find out.
I just need to give it a little bit more charge. I need to recharge this console a bit so I can do something. Or I need to control, I'm trying to stop these rifts, but I have no way to do it in story, so.
Okay.
So I want to have Travis, just jolt it enough that I can control it a bit.
Okay. You want to do it?
Yep.
Alright, give me, what did we say it was before? Coordination and, technology?
Technology, yeah.
Okay,
With a
give me...
-2 now.
Yes.
Yes.
So would that offset Brave or something along
Give yourself
those lines?
Brave as well.
So that's going to offset it,
Yeah.
which is fine. Okay, so it's 6 just to begin with. Oh, here's a better roll. 13?
13 right now is, I would say that's no but. If you want to spend a story point, you can take it up to a yes but. 2 will take it up to good. 3 will take it up to fantastic, which is yes and.
I think we need a solid yes by this point. So how many was that to bump it? 2?
2 will take it up to yes.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. You were able to hit the console. Just describe again. Paint us a word picture.
This is way less impressive than last time. Between expending himself last time and now just taking another physical hit, I think it takes him a second to kind of get on his feet and places his hands on the console and just it's a little easier now to summon it, but it's not as much of a jolt. It's just kind of the bare minimum what this machine needs, and Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Travis is like on the verge of like collapsing from exhaustion, I think, at this point.
Okay, you're able to feed just enough power to the console to keep the needle kind of in the middle, so the console's getting power, which means you can now interact with the computer terminal part of the console.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
Well, I presume that the non-evil Dr. Hodgmans were trying to do something, and that the evil one was trying to stop them or trying to do something different. So I think there must be some way to use this machine to kind of like stabilize these rifts and stabilize what's happening, or at least stop feeding into the thing that's causing more and more of them to happen. So I'm like looking for that and trying to figure out how to do that with the computer.
Okay. The computer describes this device as a reality engine.
Okay.
Which is the key piece of hardware that allows the Staycation Dome to open those gaps to parallel universes to push people through. And right now, here's some additional information I'll give you because you have Feel of the Turn of the Universe. The membrane of reality has become so thin here that it's now just starting to fray and tear on its own accord.
Okay.
You can slow it down by powering down the entire system, but reality here is still messed up.
Okay.
And repairing it that's not a one-person job.
Okay. So I guess I'll power down the system then, so I can at least slow it down.
Okay. You do that. The system shuts down, and the lights in this room go out, and then suddenly those red emergency lights pop on.
Okay.
And then the fire alarm starts to go off.
Okay.
And at that moment, Millie, holding her wrencheroo, stands in the doorway, and she says,
What the heck happened here?
Travis is hurt. You need to take him back to the TARDIS and get him help immediately.
Done. All right, I'm gonna hoist Travis over my shoulder and whatever. You're getting
I do not
You're
resist.
getting awkward bodyguarded out of here with a way worse song, most likely. Anyway,
I know you probably want Love Lifts Us Up Where We Belong, but
No.
you're getting Blue Dabba D.
no, that's fair. I prefer that. But yeah, so he's like over one shoulder and I'm just kind of running.
And
Yeah.
as she's running, I'm like, I had magic powers.
Millie's heart melts a little bit because that was a really big deal for
then-
him.
Sorry. While you're doing that, I pick up one of the seemingly less evil Dr. Hodgmans, and I kind of like try to like wake her up a little bit.
Okay, she starts to kind of come around, and she says, do you want...
I want to save the universe. All of them.
That's just stupid. That's dumb. You're dumb.
Okay, and I like drop her and pick the other one up and shake her away.
Third Hodgman's the charm.
I shake her awake.
She says, what do you want?
I want to save the universe. All of them.
Even mine?
Yes.
What can I do to help?
That's what I want to find out. Okay, what do I need to do? I've powered it down. It's starting to buy us some time, but I don't know how to reverse it. I don't know how to fix the membrane.
The membrane of... Is that a reality? Like the wall of reality?
Yes.
Like we need to get upstairs and outside.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
So I like take her with me.
Okay, she's got a limp. She's been in a fight.
Okay.
So you guys head up. By the time you get to the lobby, you're kind of caught up with Millie and Travis. Because I just like the idea of you guys being a group together. And as you get outside, once you're in the lobby, you realize this building's on fire. A fire is spreading in this building now.
Yeah.
And there are still tears occurring. There are still like feral Staycation employees. There's a few more Millies now that have popped up. Quite a few Hodgmans and other people. And some like low-level janitorial staff you've not encountered before because I guess you didn't want to talk to those people. But I spent the time making the character sheet, so if they get involved, I've got, I can do those dice rolls. It's fun. Spent a lot of time building those guys. We really shouldn't forget the little people.
They're placeholders in a book, you liar. Let's move on. This whole chapter that's like, here's a soldier, here's a janitor, here's a third janitor. You got all of them, buddy. You're fine.
Yeah, the core rubric has like 7 janitors in it. It's weird. Like,
It's weird.
Yeah.
And
always a janitor.
you get outside and you can see from the exterior of the Staycation Dome, quite a lot of it is on quite a lot of fire, and those tears are still starting to pop up.
Okay.
And Dr. Hodgman, the Dr. Hodgman you have, says, we need to get clear of the building.
Okay, I keep pulling her away.
All right, great. Well, now we need to get off planet.
I don't know how we can do that.
We need to find a ship. We need to go. This planet is done. This planet is going to fall out of the sky.
Okay, but we have to stop the chain reaction after that happens. We can't let it. I've seen what happens to a universe when this kind of stuff spreads, and I can't let it happen here too.
You don't understand. There is no stopping it. There's no machinery. There's no magic words that we can say. There is nothing that will save this planet or this universe.
It can be if it was done, it can be undone. I am not giving up.
Those are powerful words that you've just said. And as if somebody heard you, you hear a sound. It is quiet at first and grows in volume, but you recognize this sound. It's the sound of a TARDIS, and it materializes in front of you. But it is not taking any particular shape. It is the plain metallic cylinder of a TARDIS, undisguised. And the TARDIS finishes materializing with a shock. And the door opens, and out steps General Maxwell. And he looks at you, and he sees the tears around you. And he points a staser at your face. And he says, "You've really done it now, Doctor. And at least I get the pleasure of killing." And then a voice comes from the inside of the TARDIS. "You can't kill her, Maxwell. We need her help." And then all of the tears, there's an almighty clap as all of the tears start to seal and all of the feral, warped, broken, twisted people start to get sucked back into the various rents. There is an almighty explosion as the staycation dome goes up in a ball of flame, and the reality engine is finally destroyed. And as it does this, you hear a sound, a voice, a word, like the echo of a memory. And it simply says, and then a figure steps out from the interior of the TARDIS, clad in robes that you've seen fairly recently. It is the Emperor of the Time Lords. It is Rassilon. And he looks at you and your companions, and he says, "Do you know where you are?
Yes. We're on Skaro.
Do you know why there are no Daleks on Skaro?
I don't.
Because I cannot be stopped. I warned you, Doctor. We're right behind you. And now, you are all prisoners of the Time Lords."